Hello class, welcome to lesson 8.3, which is all about representing linear functions. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to solve linear equations with two variables and graph linear equations using ordered pairs. So let's first talk about what a linear function is. A linear function is any equation whose graph forms a line. And when I say a line, I mean I didn't have my pen. I mean a straight line. So if we were to have a coordinate plane and I have a line that is perfectly straight, this is a linear function. However, if I have a function that looks like this, you might say, look, hey, I still drew a type of line. This is not considered a line in mathematics. This has its own name. We're not going to talk about it in this lesson, but just know that a line, a linear function, is something that is a straight line. There are zero curves. So let's talk about finding solutions. So we're going to talk about mainly focusing on ordered pairs today. So when we are looking for four solutions to y equals 7x, I'm going to make a little table and I'm going to I'm going to start by writing x and then write whatever equation they give me. And then I'm going to write y, and then my last column is where I'm going to write my ordered pairs. Okay, so let's start with, if I'm looking for four solutions, I'm going to do at least one negative number because it's always good to try at least one negative. And then I'm going to do 0, 1, 2. You can really do any four numbers you want. These just tend to be the easiest ones to work with. So then I'm going to say y equals 7 times negative 1 because I'm going to plug that x value in right there. Y equals 7 times 0, y equals 7 times 1, and y equals 7 times 2. So if we go back up top, 7 times negative 1 is negative 7, 7 times 0 is 0, 7 times 1 is 7, 7 times 2 is 14. Now to write my ordered pairs, I'm going to use these two columns. So x is negative 1, y is negative 7. X is 0, y is 0. X is 1, y is 7. Right? I'm looking right like that. And then when x is 2, y is 14. And these four things right here are my answers. So this is what I will be looking for in your homework. This is what I'll be looking for on your test when I ask you to write solutions as ordered pairs. Okay? Now, here's another equation. We have y equals negative 2x plus 5. I want you to do the same thing. Write solutions as ordered pairs. So if I were you, I'd start by writing x, then write your y equals negative 2x plus 5, then have your y column, and then have your ordered pairs. Okay, so I want you to take a minute and try it. Why don't you just try negative 1, 0, 1, and 2 again? All right, good luck. Okay, hopefully for your answers, when you plugged in a negative 1, you got a positive 7 out because remember, negative 2 times negative 1 is a positive 2. So positive 2 plus 5 is 7. Then here, negative 2 times 0, anything times 0 is 0. So 0 plus 5 is just 5. Negative 2 times a positive 1, that's a negative 2. Negative 2 plus 5 gives me 3. Then negative 2 times 2 is a negative 4. Negative 4 plus 5 leaves me with 1. So my ordered pairs are negative 1, 7, 0, 5, 1, 3, and 2, 1. If you have questions about that, please be sure to ask for some help. All right, let's look at a word problem version of finding kind of ordered pairs. It costs $8 to download a game on a cell phone. Ringtones cost $1. Find all possible solutions of 8x plus 1y equals 20 in terms of the number of games, X, and ringtones, Y. So we want to know all of the combinations that we can purchase with just $20. So if we are talking about our games X, so let's say there's the possibility of buying 0 games, right? There's a possibility of buying 1 games, 2, and let's check all the way through 3. Then you see we have 8x plus 1y equals 20. Our x and y are on the same side of the equal sign, and we don't typically like that. So what I'm going to do really quick, before I put this into my table over here, I'm going to move this 8x away from the y. So I have a positive 8x, so to move it to the other side, I'm going to subtract 8x. So then I have 1y, or you can just write y, equals 20 minus 8x. And that's the equation I'm going to write over here because we prefer to have y all by itself. Then I will find out how many ringtones I can buy. So if I buy 0 games, I would have 20 minus 8 times 0. 8 times 0 is just 0, right? Anything times 0 is 0. 20 minus 0 is still 20. So we could buy 0 games and 20 ringtones. That would be one option. What if we bought 1 game? Then I would have an 8 times 1 here, which is just 8. So 20 minus 8 is 12. So I could buy 1 game and 12 ringtones. If I bought 2 games, 8 times 2 is 16. So 20 minus 16 is 4. So I could buy 2 games and 4 ringtones. And then I could try 20 minus 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 20 minus 24 would be negative 4. But if we're thinking of buying something, can you buy negative 4 of something? No. I can't buy 3 games and negative 4 ringtones. So that means that this answer just doesn't even make sense. So I'm not going to include it as a possible solution. So that means these are all of my possible solutions. I could do 0 games, 20 ringtones, 1 game, 12 ringtones, or 2 games with 4 ringtones. That's what I could buy with the $20. Okay, so when you're looking at word problems, make sure you stop and think, is this answer realistic? As soon as I saw that negative for ringtones, I knew that that was not a possible solution. Okay, now we're going to keep working with kind of those ordered pairs, and we're going to start looking at what graphs look like and finding easier ways to graph using x-intercepts and y-intercepts. So we have to learn what an x-intercept and a y-intercept is. An x-intercept is where the x-coordinate crosses the x-axis. So if I have a graph that looks like this, let's say, looks just like that, my x-coordinate is where it crosses the x-axis, right? So that would be my x-intercept. My y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. And if we think about those ordered pairs, it's where it crosses the x-axis. I moved left and right. Well, in this case, I moved right, but I did not move up or down, right? Because I'm still on the x-axis. So something really important is the y value is 0, right? This might be 3, this might be 5, might just be a 2. I don't know because I don't have the scale drawn. But I do know any point on the x-axis has a y value of 0 because it did not move up or down. And the same idea goes for the y-intercept. It did not move left or right, so that means my x value is 0. Okay, so it's really important to know x-intercept, your ordered pair is x comma 0. So we'll figure out what that number is, but your x-coordinate, your x-intercept, the x has a number, y is 0. Y-intercept, x is 0, and y has a number. You might be confused, and we're going to look at that right now, okay? So we said the x-intercept was x comma 0, and then the y-intercept was 0 comma y. So I'm actually going to move this down a little bit. And if we start by just looking at the x-intercept, we don't know what x is, but we know y is 0. So x plus, I'm going to replace this y with a 0 equals 2. So x plus 0 equals 2. Doesn't that just mean x equals 2? Yeah. So then that means my ordered pair is 2 comma 0 for my x-intercept. So I'm going to go over my graph, and it's 2 comma 0. So it's a positive 2. I'm going to go right 2, and I'm not going to move up or down. And that's my x-intercept. Now let's try the same thing for the y-intercept. For the y-intercept, we know that x is 0, so I'm going to replace that x this time with a 0. I don't know what the y is, so I'm going to plug in y equals 2. So 0 plus y equals 2. Isn't that the same thing as just saying y equals 2? Yeah. So my ordered pair for the y-intercept is 0, right, comma 2. So I'm not going to go left or right. I'm going to go straight up 2 units. And then let's see how I do with connecting these dots. All right. And once you've connected your dots, that's your graph. That's how you can graph those lines. Okay, so you're going to find the x and y intercepts. I'm going to do one more problem. So we have negative 2x plus y equals 4. You're going to find the x-intercept, and you're going to find the y-intercept. Okay, so remember, x-intercept is x comma 0. Y-intercept is 0 comma y. I want you to pause and try to find the intercepts on your own first. Good luck. All right, let's see how you did. So we have negative 2x, because we're trying to find the x, plus, instead of y, I'm going to plug in a 0, equals 4. So that's the same as saying negative 2x equals 4. So how do I get x by itself? I am going to divide by a negative 2, because right now I have negative 2 times x. So if I divide both sides by a negative 2, divide by negative 2, I have x equals 4 divided by negative 2 is a negative 2. So that means negative 2, 0 is my x-intercept. So there's my x-intercept. Now the y-intercept, I'm going to say negative 2, then instead of x, I'm going to put a 0 plus y equals 4. Negative 2 times 0 is just 0. And 0 plus y is the same as just saying y equals 4. So that means my y-intercept is at 0, 4. So So I'm not going to move left or right. I'm going to move straight up. And there is my y-intercept. So now I just connect my points, and that is the graph for that problem. So that is everything for this lesson. Okay, a lot of things with ordered pairs and a little bit of graphing. If you have questions at all, please be sure to ask for some help. I'm more than happy to help you. Have a wonderful day.